Yo, yeah, how y'all doing, man? This is your boy, Fode Mansoret, aka Big JC. Representing a lot of things, man, but BLF to the death, that's what we say. So I'm here in Freetown, Sierra Leone, you know, at my home, my residence, with a brother of mine who's a neighbor and really a brother to me because we share a common struggle and he's my brother, he's an African, so that's what it is. And but more than that, the reason why it's important for us to present this brother to you right now is because of how significant of a man he is. He's a historic figure before me right now. And I want y'all to understand that. So no matter what happens after this day and this moment, we recognize this brother as a hero, an African hero, a warrior, a survivor. And now we're going to tell you why. So this brother's name is Daddy Hassan Kamara. He is the PRO. PRO for the Sierra Leone Association of Ebola Survivors, created in the Ebola survivors camps, or the centers within the system in the midst of the crisis by those who were able to survive. So with no further ado, this brother has a story, he has whatever he wants to say to you. I just want you to take a listen and take it serious and hold it in your heart, man. And reach out to us, man, any kind of way that you can possible. Brother, you have the floor, man. The world is dead, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm really happy for me to be here again today. And I think you're also a survivor because you mentioned that
yes,
that Hassan is a national PRO for the Sierra Leone Association of Ebola survivors. Yes, it's true. I also live in the community. I'm the youth chairman for the Mamboe community. But my brother here, Mr. Fode Mansoret, I think is another great man to me, you know, because I know that I have lost 3 of my brothers. Then I think he's one of my brother now that really I want to just hook up with. So like really I'm a survivor. I'm proud to be an Ebola survivor. I lost 9 of my loved ones. Yes, I lost my mother on the 2nd of November. In fact, I took her to the hospital. I was totally adhered to what the message from radio, from His Excellency the President that, because we had that the 25th of May 2014, Ebola is in our country now. So from since the 25th of May, I was totally adhered to all the things that they totally explained that we should not go about, we should not go through, you know. So, but very unfortunately, my mother gets infected. I took her to the hospital. Doctor diagnosed my mother. They told me that she's suffering from diabetes and heart problem. So I started interacting with my mother, not knowing that she is infected with Ebola. Then after she died, the second, you know, we buried her on the 9th of November. Yes. Then from there, on the 12th of November, I was infected. Yes. They took me to the holding center. They isolate me for about 7 days or 1 week. Yes, they isolate me alone. Yes, and except the doctors, all the doctors have the right to visit me with their PPEs, the dress with this. Yes, with
like
their
space,
PPEs.
like space.
Yes, yeah, I tell you. Because like for me, I usually call them land divers. They dress like land divers. Yes. You know, with that, you know, from there they took me to the treatment center. I spent about 26 days at the treatment center. Yes, of course, at PTS1. Yes, from there my mother died. Then I was at the treatment center when I lost my father. My father died on the 17th of November.